Give me a job. Give me a job. I promise that I'm qualified, so please don't be a snob. Give me a job. Give me a job. If you don't give me a job, I'm going to scream.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Give Me a Job. I am Harper Atlas.
And I'm Judy Gasham. We are here to talk about design, tech, diversity, and the entry-level experience. Harper, how are you doing today?
I'm doing really well. I did yoga this morning for the first time in a little while, and it felt glorious to move and stretch. And now I'm talking to you, having coffee, and there's a kitten on my desk. So I really can't complain. How are you
That's
doing, Judy?
amazing. I'm good. Honestly, like I need to start doing some yoga. Um, that's on my list. Someday I'm gonna be doing that. I'm really good today. I stayed home. It's a bit cold in London. Chilling, nothing crazy going on. I'm so glad.
Yeah,
But yeah.
cool.
So, we are going to be talking today about our dream jobs, mental health, resources we found helpful, holiday schedule. Yay!
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
So on the note of our holiday schedule, and after last week's episode on burnout, we we were talking a little after we recorded the episode, and we realized that after such an intense year, that we should take our own advice. So we are going to take the last 2 weeks of this year off. We really want to give ourselves time to reset and recharge and just chill for a little while, so we can come back and start up Give Me a Job and the new year feeling refreshed and ready to just dive in. So on that note, our last episode will be on the 18th of December.
Wow. Well, I'm gonna be miss you guys, like whoever are listening and watch us. But yeah, we need some time off. But since we are wrapping up this year, we wanted to take a few minutes and talk about dream jobs we'd love to manifest in New Year. We also want to talk a little bit about mental health. I think it's very important since
Mm-hmm.
after the year we've been all had, the holidays might be extra challenging. So yeah, we're gonna be highlighting that.
Yeah, cool. Sounds great. So, Judy, tell me about your dream job.
Apple.
So I know
Um,
that you like, and anyone who has known Judy at all or like listened to her talk at all knows that Apple is her dream job. Which is awesome. I would love to know why. Like, why Apple? What is it about them?
so I think this is very important. Knowing the company that we love, why we love them, and why we want to work for them, it's very important. So for me, I love Apple for many reasons. One, I don't feel like I'm different. Like
Hmm.
I feel I belong to this company. I've never felt like when I used to work for them and retail, I've never felt like, I speak different language, I'm different religion. No, I feel like I'm part of them. And
Mm-hmm.
whenever something happened, um, they got my back, which is amazing. So that the
Yeah.
first reason I really love that I want Apple or another company that I'm gonna be joining. I love to feel that I'm part of the family.
Mm.
You know, it's very important. Apple, they have the best, what we call it, package, like in everything, salary wise, mental
Mm.
health wise,
Benefits. Yeah.
benefits. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I lost it. So they really have like great benefits. Like I think they are the most. They give part time amazing benefits. So imagine if I'm part of their design. Also, one of the reasons I love working for Apple because I feel like most of the companies they are learning from Apple, like how to
Mm.
design the mindset of Apple. So I'll be honored if I can be part of this company who teaching the world like what's they need to know and learn all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Cool. That's awesome.
What about you, Harbor? What's your dream job?
Uh, I mean, at this point, it's just kind of a job, but since we're on the topic, like choose your own adventure, my dream job is somewhere that truly values the well-being of the employees. Very similar to what you said, not feeling like just a cog in a wheel. And one of the things too that's really important to me is to feel like the work I'm doing is meaningful, and I want to know that I'm leaving the world in a better place, or at least trying, which I know we've talked about before. And in terms of industries, I don't have a specific company that I'd love to work for. Or, I mean, there's a lot of companies I would love to work for, but I don't have one that I'm like, I want to work there. I don't have an Apple per se, but my dream industry is somewhere that is focused on mental health advocacy. Since I know firsthand how challenging it can be to find a therapist, especially if you're already struggling, just acknowledging that you need help to cope or move forward or process is huge. And then having to jump through hoops, or what feels like jumping through hoops to find the right help, can feel like an insurmountable challenge. And I think a lot of people just don't end up seeking help because it's too hard to find someone and you just don't know what to look for. So my dream job is to work with a team of people that are dedicated to lowering, if not completely removing, the barrier to entry for mental health services so that people can get the help that they need and make it easier and, heck, even enjoyable to do that. So that's my dream job. Is I want, kind of on the topic of mental health, I want to help people get the help they need for their mental health and emotional well-being.
I'm just gonna be highlighting something very important. I'm not like, I'm from different culture, right? So in my culture, like, if we are struggling in some way, we don't see anyone to talk about it. Like, if I'm gonna be saying, for example, I'm gonna be talking to therapists, people will tell me like, you're not crazy, right? Like, why are you gonna be talking to someone? Like, are you crazy? Like, something mentally happening in that, why you're gonna be talking to them? But for me, like, I find it like completely opposite. Talking to someone, it's not because I'm crazy or I'm having mental like problem. It's because I'm healthy. I need to talk to someone because I'm healthy. I need someone to advise me what's going on, or just talking, So I think, in my personal opinion, and I hope all the company can do that, it would be lovely if all the companies, regardless if they are tech or not, they can offer, including their benefits, mental help for the employee, so they can talk to someone. We are in all industry, right? Like, it's not related just to tech. We are having a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
So it will be good if we have someone to talk to, and like, it would be amazing if the company can renew that every year. So it's not only one time thing. It's gonna be like continue till the end of the contract or whatever. So I wish all the company can do that. It's really important, guys. It's really, really, really important.
Yeah, I could not agree more, or have put it better myself. I think that therapy is awesome, or counseling, or whatever you want to call it, any type of mental health, emotional health, general well-being, self-care, kind of like what we talked about last episode, is really important. So on the note, we've talked about our dream jobs, and then talking about mental health and taking care of ourselves. Judy, what are some resources you found to be helpful for taking care of your mental health? For everyone listening, we have a master Notion doc that we use for every episode that has our general talking points, so that we don't get wildly off topic too much of the time. And I'll post a screenshot of our list on Instagram, because it's hilarious, and I'm just really excited for you guys to hear Judy's list.
So I have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I have 6 very important points that I find it like very helpful for me.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one, cake. Second one, eating cake. Third one, eating cake. Fourth one, eating cake more. And food, you know, like we have food. Lastly, I really enjoy listening to Julie Smith. She has a channel on Instagram and TikTok. What I love the most about her that she just like send a message very short and like very important. So I try to follow her and like update myself and eating cake while I'm listening to her.
Excellent. I love it. Your love for cake brings me so much joy.
Speaking of that, so I start to have TikTok. I feel like I'm like 5 years old. I don't know what I'm doing, but I did TikTok, and my plan is to add all the cakes that I love and like rate it. This is my goal. Oh my God, I need cake now. Okay.
I love it. Maybe I'll download TikTok just so I can watch you eat cake. Is that weird? I don't know.
So I really I don't know what I'm doing there. Like I'm trying to post like all the cakes and like the food that I really like. Specifically now I'm in London. So yeah, I'm gonna be taking advantage of that, but we'll see.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So Harper, what resources do you have found very helpful?
Well, mine are a little different. Since we've discussed this already, I'm not really a cake person. I all of the things I mentioned in the last episode, right? Like yoga and taking a day off and taking walks. But one of the things I found really helpful in the past and then also this year is weightlifting. I've gotten into powerlifting and it's wild. I'm like lifting more than I ever thought I could. And there's something just about it.
I saw that. Oh my God. Can you share with us the number?
Of what?
Your
my deadlift
or yeah,
my
like
weightlifting?
How much you can lift?
Well, yeah, right now I am deadlifting more than body weight, which is pretty cool. It's a really big accomplishment. And my heaviest deadlift is 160 pounds, which I have, because I'm like inside, I'm a child, and I love when kids are like, my dad can fight your dad. And so my comeback has recently been, I can pick up my dad because my dad actually weighs less than 160 pounds. And so that's been my like fighting comeback recently, is I can pick up my dad. But yeah, that's been like a really good quarantine activity. My husband and I have had the like absolute privilege of building a home gym in our basement and having the space to do so. And so I have no excuse to not work out because I have to walk by it to get upstairs from my desk. So it's because my desk is in our basement. There's something about repeatedly picking up heavy things that just makes me feel really alive and powerful, and has been a great way to process good days and bad days and just move forward. So yeah, I can pick up my dad, and and so that's been wonderful. And then I also love meditation. I've been using Headspace, the meditation app, for about 5 years, and I found it just to be immensely helpful. I think learning how to sit quietly with my thoughts has been really beneficial, since as someone who has like actually diagnosed ADHD, it can be really hard to sit still and not focus on everything all at once and nothing at the same time. And so learning how to just sit quietly has been wonderful as well. I also am a really big advocate for setting clear boundaries and sticking to them. So whether it's with your family or your friends or yourself or your job, setting very clear boundaries and verbalizing them, and then not like respecting your own boundaries as well as having space for everyone else to respect them as well. And remembering that it's okay to say no. That's really powerful, to be like, no, I'm not able to do that right now, whether it's telling that to someone else or to yourself.
Yeah.
And on the note of talking about mental health help and therapy, therapy and medication have been incredibly beneficial for me. I guess this is the episode where I like tell a little bit of my story, but after many years of battling very serious depression, I finally sought professional help. And I'm so grateful that I finally did, because it has been a life changer for me. And I also want to acknowledge, I mentioned taking medication, but I want to acknowledge that while I think everyone can benefit from therapy and talking to someone, medication isn't always the best option for everyone. It's just my journey. It's what's worked for me. And so that, like, that's okay for me, but it may not be okay for you. And that's okay.
Yeah.
How many times
true.
can I say okay? And so, like, while it's not the best option for everyone, it has been a literal lifesaver for me. Because yeah, I probably wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for therapy and medication. And so it's wonderful. But at the end of the day, we all need to do what is right for ourselves as unique individuals. And so, yeah, that's my spiel on therapy and medication. But yeah, just doing what's right for you is a great resource, whether it's saying no or saying yes, or taking a day off, or doing yoga, or going to therapy, starting medication or not. Those are my resources.
By the way, your resource is way better than mine. But I was reading like just before like we starting recording this episode, that when you are doing weightlifting, it's let you feel that you are confident.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, like whenever I do like weightlifting, I do feel that I'm very confident on myself. Like I don't need anyone to tell me anything about myself because I know that already. So
Mm-hmm.
and like when you are doing such like weightlifting and exercise and going to the gym and all of that, you I don't know, like you don't need people to tell you like you are good or you are beautiful or all of that, because hey, you are, like you
Yeah.
already are. So yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, weightlifting is awesome, and not necessarily for everyone too.
Yeah.
It's what works for me, and I've had to be very mindful about my lifting program because I have had shoulder repair surgery, and I've had a very serious back injury, and so I have to be very mindful about what I do.
Yeah.
And I'm like wiggling my shoulders around because I'm thinking about them. But I think that it's like, do your research if you want to get into weightlifting or yoga or anything. Do your research. If you have old injuries or different types of movement things or stuff going on in your body, do your research and find out what's right for you. We will drop, or I guess both of us will, but I in general will drop links to the weightlifting program I'm doing and yoga programs I really like, and as well as link to Headspace, so you guys can check it out for yourself if you want or not.
Yeah. For me, I will post pictures of the cakes.
Perfect. I love it.
But yeah, guys, if you have any suggestion, like how you are managing the struggling of the year, like what's things that you guys are doing to stay like, healthy and focused and happy. What makes you happy?
Yeah,
So,
that's a big one. We would love to know what brings you joy, and what's something that is just making you happy and feel good
Yeah,
in
burger
this
maybe.
in this year. A burger, cake,
Italian food,
weightlifting,
perhaps. Yeah.
drinking coffee. I love drinking coffee.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There's something about the ritual of making it. I'm like the ultimate coffee snob. Maybe not the ultimate coffee snob, but I'm definitely a coffee snob. And my snobbery only got worse when I worked for a dude bro specialty coffee roaster. But I love the ritual of making coffee in the morning. And then there's something about, even if I feel awake, like I've got my cup here. And so you're holding your cup and like you smell it. And it's just this like,
I agree.
and there's this moment of like after that first sip where you're just like, everything is going to be just fine, which is maybe has to do with my full-blown caffeine addiction and that I'm like satiating that. But there's something about that first sip and the smell and the ritual where you're just like, okay, now I can start my day.
Yeah.
And
smelling
so
coffee,
today
it's amazing.
Yeah, today I did yoga and meditation, which was interesting because I did it in my living room. And my kittens were in what I call booling hour, BOOLING. Former roommates of mine called it, it's like zoomies, but booling is when they're not just running around, but they're also like leaping off of stuff and chomping things and running into walls, because that's what my cats do. And it's like cat parkour plus zoomies. So it was booling hour for my kittens and trying to do yoga with them, like running around and batting my phone across the floor and leaping onto me. It was a fun challenge. But I will drop a link to the practice I did this morning.
Yeah, that would be lovely.
Yeah, because it was a like delightful little 23-minute practice.
Yeah. And you know, if you guys like enjoying coffee, tag us. Eating delicious cake, please tag us, please, so I can know this delicious place, so I can go and eat there. Yeah.
Awesome. Another thing we'd like to know is, what is your dream job? We want to know, like, what if you could work anywhere or have any job or do anything, what would that be? And it doesn't have to be in tech. My non-tech dream job is to just hang out with my cats and drink coffee and draw plants all day and still be able to retire. But that is definitely a pipe dream. So here I am as a UX designer. So yeah, we would love to know, what's your dream job? What brings you joy? What's your favorite type of cake? How do you make your coffee in the morning? And yes, Judy's making heart hands to you guys for
now when you said
listening.
Cake, like literally my heart like beating faster than than it should.
True love.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all we got, I think, for today. And as always, special thanks to McKinley and Asher of Melemon for writing our amazing theme song. Next week, I believe, we are going to have them as our special guests.
Yay.
They're going to do a holiday Melemon themed concert for us, so you can look forward to that. They might even play the full version of Give Me a Job theme song, because there is actually a full version. It's not just the clip. And so you guys can look forward to that. And thanks to you guys for listening and hanging out. As always, we love feedback. We would love to know what you're thinking about. And if you want to start a Zoom yoga collective where we all do yoga together, or morning coffee dates, coffee club, we can do that.
That would be amazing.
Love to hear from you.
Or
it would be like morning for me and afternoon for Judy. We'd have to figure that out. Maybe just water club would be better in terms of time zones. But that's all we got, guys.
You guys have a wonderful holiday and
weekend.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Peace.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.